selling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa. Let's start the show. Oh. Youth on the go. Whoa. Let's start the show. Whoa. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Good morning to all of our radio listeners, our viewers via Vaughan Radio's Facebook page and YouTube channel, and welcome to this edition of Youth on the Go here on Vaughan Radio. I am Zahnela Claxton from the Ministry of Education et al., and it is indeed a pleasure for me to be here with you this morning. It is somewhat of a rainy morning here on Nevis. Not somewhat, it is a rainy morning here on Nevis. And so I know usually when we come on Saturday mornings, it's bright and sunny. Today it's a bit rainy, as we know. There is a system passing, or has passed by now, and so we have some rains and some scattered showers and thunderstorms, I guess, would be the best way to put it. And so we want to encourage everyone to remain dry and to remain indoors as far as possible during the course of the day. Of course, we know that everyone has their various activities to take care of, but we want to make sure that we're staying as dry as possible. This morning is indeed a lovely morning for most of us. I know that yesterday was a big day for our school leavers, and the CXC examination results were released yesterday, and so we want to take this opportunity to say congratulations to all students who wrote exams and were able to successfully pass them. I also want to say congratulations to those who attempted the exams. The attempt should be congratulated if you were unsuccessful, and we encourage you at this point to keep pressing on, to keep, if you were unsuccessful, to keep going, practicing, and there is nothing stopping you from resitting, whether it be in the January sitting for most of the CSEC exams, and of course the CAPE exams during May, June of next year. So get to a renewed sense of purpose and get to a place of being refocused. And while the information is still relatively fresh, keep reviewing and practicing. If you were unable to attain the pass as you desired, and I know that that success will be just around the corner for all of you. I also say thank you to all of the teachers who have worked with the students over the duration of their academic journey, for the CSEC students and our CCSLC students as well. We know that they have engaged with the content and the material and have been within their teacher's space of instruction for at least 4 years, and we cannot overlook the foundation which was set, because foundational years are very important as well. And so the foundation set as early as their nursery, daycare, preschool, all of those skills are built upon to get us to a point of readiness, to get the students to a point of readiness. And so congratulations to our daycare, pre-primary teachers, caregivers, leaders, supervisors. Commendations to you as well. Sometimes when we get to a certain space, we forget that the foundation was laid, and the work of the people who worked assiduously to get the students to that point, and so I did not want to overlook them this morning. I also want to say commendations to the parents and the other members of the student support teams, whether it be family members, community members, members from our various churches and organizations, whomever you are. If you were there cheering students along, we say thank you to you and highest commendations. We also want to, before we close out this congratulatory period, we also say congratulations to our adult learners. We have some adults who sat exams privately, our private candidates, and we want to say congratulations to you. Some persons sat one subject, some sat multiple subjects, and it might have been as a result of perhaps not attaining the passes as desired when you were younger, or intended career redirection, or new goals, whatever the impetus for the journey was, we say congratulations to you for the work that you put in to get you to this space as well. So as I said, yesterday was an interesting day for most of those persons who sat, all the persons who sat exams. They took some time out, and I know 1 o'clock I think yesterday was a day where it took a long time for us to get to 1 o'clock, and that was the release time scheduled by CXC. But we say kudos to all of you. As I said previously, kudos to you who were successful, and we know what is up next for those who are not. We are not going to give up. You're not going to give up. And so that was where that is where we are as it relates to the examination period. We are also aware that this morning we will have the ECCB Children's Connection program at the bottom of the hour. The program has a special feature this morning. ECCB has actually sent us some gift cards, $75 gift cards, which we will be giving away this morning, 3 of them, for our winners of the call-in quiz. So it's not the normal prize, but we have the $75 gift card, compliments TDC, that the children who are listening, I hope they're not all in bed and wrapped up so warmly that they're not listening, but we have $75 gift card for each child who calls in this morning and who's able to win a prize. And that is very exciting. And so parents, if your children are still in bed, please make sure that they are up and ready for when we get into the ECCB Children's Connection program, which will start at 9:30. Until then, just some quick reminders. We are very close to the time that I think, since I was a child, excited me the most, and it's back to school. While everyone got excited for the start of the summer or the Christmas break, I've always gotten excited, as I said, from as long as I could remember, about the first day of school. And so the first day of school is very close. We have our school leaders. They will be returning this week. Some of them really, parents, teachers, listeners, some of our school leaders have not stopped working as yet. They have worked throughout the entire summer to prepare for the new year. And so, but they will return in full this week, where we will have our annual leadership summit, helping us to make sure that we are all on the same page for the start of the school year. Then next Monday, August 25th, our teachers will return with the annual back to school convocation at NEPAC, and I know that usually is the big kickoff, public kickoff event for the new school year. And then the following week, our students will return, and I hope that they will be as bright-eyed and bushy-tailed as I anticipate that they will be, and we hope that they will have that level of excitement. They'll be looking forward to a new grade, a new year, new teachers, and for some, it might just be having a new backpack. For some, it might be having a new lunch bag. For some, it might be all the wonderful things that they'll be learning in the upcoming year. As I said, those are the things that excited me as a student. And so, but I also know that some persons get excited about different things. Whatever the reason behind the excitement for back to school, we know that it is almost here, and we are so excited for that. In preparation for back to school, we are encouraging parents, and we use this opportunity each week as we get closer to remind parents that there are certain recommendations that we feel will help you to prepare for the back to school transition. Summertime is a time where children tend to go to sleep a little bit later sometimes. They wake up a little bit later. Some of them wake up a lot later. The teenagers tell me that they stay in bed sometimes till noon, until 1 p.m. They just sleep away the day and they stay up all night. And so it is time to reverse that practice to get ready for back to school, because we want us to try to get to school on time so that we're ready to learn. And so parents, it's time to put things in place. Also, another area that tends to be overlooked or not as much focus is placed on is the eating habits. And so eating during the break, sometimes some children eat all day long, anytime as they feel, what they feel. And so parents feel that in their pockets. They feel the cost of of the snacks and everything else, but it's time to start putting them back on a routine, getting them to be up by a certain time, to have breakfast by a certain time, so that we're setting the tone for back to school. Lunchtime, keep it within that 12:30 range. They're having lunch, and minimize the number of snacks that they're eating during the day, or if they have to have snacks, that they keep them within the scheduled break time. So we're getting them to get back on schedule. That's the older students. For the younger students, some of them are going into kindergarten for the first time and preschool for the first time, and so it's time to start a brand new routine. And so parents, as I said, we have to be mindful, we have to be focused, so that we are, because what you do at home will help the teachers and help all of us tremendously within the school and education setting. So getting those routines in place will be of great support, and we encourage you to do that. One of the recommendations also that we have stated over the years, and we stand by, is that for the younger children, start getting them acquainted with the space that they're going to. Even though the school buildings might be closed to the public, at least taking them to the space, letting them look at the school, letting them know where they'll be going to school, making sure that they know that they know the name of their school. That is an important component, that those basic things sometimes we overlook. But they help our children to become more confident going into school, minimizes the number of teary eyes on the first day. We don't generally see a lot of tears on our older students, but the younger ones, if they can kind of get a sense of where they're going and what will be happening, it reduces the number of tears on the first day, parents. So we're encouraging you to be mindful of those components. And as important as it is for us to see success academically, it's even more important for our students to be able to be successful emotionally and psychologically. And as I said, each component contributes to the holistic or overall success of our students. We know that today is VAT Day, and so it is a rainy VAT Day, but if there are any items that you need to get, today might be the day to try to do that as well. Reduced VAT Day, sorry. And so take advantage of those opportunities as well. Network with parents who have had children who have gone through the grade that your child is going into, or has gone through or within the school culture that your child is going into, and that will also help them. But even though I'm encouraging you to get some information and gather that information, it's equally important for you to go in with an open mind and to give everyone a fair chance. One of the things that I want us, and with having around the area of having an open mind and a fair chance, is to ensure that our children also understand that should obtain for their classmates. So when they go to school, that we expect them to have an open mind and to give everyone a fair chance, not to be mean to others and to pass negative comments and to make people feel bad, but to spend the time building each other up and being kind and thoughtful and polite. And sometimes we don't see that enough, parents, and so at home we can start having the conversations with our children as they go back to school in terms of how they should treat others. And I must say, parents, that is important for you to model that behavior, and so you should be treating your children and their friends with that level of respect so that they can see it in practice. One of the areas that we've noticed over the years is that some children are not doing so well at being thoughtful and being open-minded towards their classmates, and sometimes they make them feel, or they try to belittle them, whether it be knowingly or unknowingly. And so as I said, the holistic approach, yes, we want you to make sure that they're reading, spending some time reading, and we speak about those things on Saturdays during the summer. But reading and getting the practice, the numeracy practice, making sure that they know their times tables, so that they could help them to get through their various mathematics areas during the school day a bit easier. Those are things that we know are academic and you can do at home, or ensure that they have some connection to a program or an activity that can help them with those areas. But above all else, I think real success comes when we understand the importance of respecting our classmates, respecting our teachers, respecting those around us, and respecting the fact that some persons may not have some of the materials that we have. They might not have some of the and some parents, spend a lot of money on certain things, and some just don't have that type of money, or they choose not to spend that type of money. And so we shouldn't belittle our classmates. We should try to be as friendly as possible. As I said, at the bottom of the hour, we will be transitioning to the ECCB Children's Connection program, and we have a very special guest with us this morning. After the break, we will transition, and we will be able to introduce our special guest this morning, who would help us with the ECCB Children's Connection program. Ajerne is usually here on every third Saturday. However, she is currently attending a UNICEF conference. She was selected to attend a UNICEF conference, so she traveled to Mexico, and she has had the opportunity over the course of the week to present to various persons via youth forum, and yesterday she culminated with the presentation to members of parliament and leaders across Latin America. Interestingly, the whole conference, or the majority of the conference, was in Spanish, because it is a Latin American and Caribbean conference. And so as we tuned in, we were able to listen, and she was able to meet persons who have different cultures and a different language and different experiences. And so we wish her safe journey back when that time comes, and we congratulate her for having that experience as well. So we'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll transition to the ECCB Children's Connection program and our very special guest for today.
Sugar City St. Kitts, keep it sweet. Keep listening to Vaughn.
It's time, come on, rise and shine. I know we're gonna have a great time. An hour passes quickly, you don't wanna miss it. So turn up the radio, it's youth on the go. Youth on the go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Oh, let's start the show. Oh, let's go. I will learn new things. I will be creative. Grab your gears, let's gather around. An adventure is always waiting. There's storytelling news for us, and we always know what's happening. We act, we play, we dance, we sing from 9 to 10 on Saturday morning. Youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Oh, youth on the go. Whoa, let's start the show. Whoa, let's go.
When VON vibrates, the whole Caribbean must shake.
860 AM, the Powerhouse.
Connecting the children of our EC region with good information and excellent mentoring. They started us early and making it easy to manage our money and make a real living. They're linking the children with excellent mentoring.
Good morning to all of our boys and girls who are listening and viewing online, and welcome to the ECCB Children's Connection program. I am your host, Zahnela Claxton, and with me is our honorary guest co-host today, and she will introduce herself to us all.
My name is Janika Williams, And I'm 9 years old.
All right, so we have Janique Williams here with us. And Janique, we're going to have fun. We're going to have a conversation this morning. And it's always a great experience when we can share information with all of our boys and girls. Now, today, we're going to be island explorers. Well, it's kind of easy because we live on an island. But we're going to be island explorers. And we're going to learn more about the 8 ECCB member countries, which we call the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, or ECCU. So we're going to explore, boys and girls, and we are hoping that you are here with us so that you can learn about the 8 islands which form part of the ECCU. Is your country a member of the ECCU? Maybe, maybe not. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will take off on a fantastic trip across 8 amazing islands which are part of the ECCU. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Connecting the children of our EC region with good information and excellent mentoring. They started us early and making it easy to manage our money and make a real good living. They're linking the children with excellent mentoring.
Hi there, boys and girls, and welcome back to the ECCB Children's Connection program, a program produced and delivered by the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. Janique, have you ever heard the term ECCU before today?
Yes.
All right. So, do you think you can remember anything that you've heard about ECCU? Not yet.
Not
Okay,
yet.
we'll talk about it because we don't want to spoil the surprise for the boys and girls, right?
Yeah.
That's a good call. And so ECCU, boys and girls, stands for the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, which is made up of 8 ECCB member countries. Now, I like to hear the word currency because when I hear currency, I think money. Okay? So, boys and girls, Janique, do you know the names of these countries?
Yes.
Okay.
I know St. Kitts Nevis, our country, Antigua and Barbuda, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Montserrat, Grenada, and that's all I can remember.
Okay, so we have two more.
Anguilla?
Anguilla, and this one is so easy, you're going to say, oh my goodness, I can't believe I missed that one. The Commonwealth of Dominica. Yes, yes. And so, boys and girls, we have Anguilla and Antigua and Barbuda, the Commonwealth of Dominica, Grenada, Montserrat, St. Kitts or St. Christopher and Nevis, St. Lucia, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And so, what is the name of the main currency we use here in St. Kitts and Nevis? And so, boys and girls, I know I use the word currency, that basically means money. So, Janique, what is the name of the main currency that we use here in St. Kitts and Nevis?
Eastern Caribbean dollar.
Okay, the Eastern Caribbean dollar, the EC dollar, is in fact the main currency. So, Janique is correct. And the currency is our official, or the official currency of all 8 of the countries within the ECCU. And that is why they are called a currency union, because they use the same official currency. So, boys and girls, we're part of a currency union because all those countries, the 8 countries, use the same currency as our main or official currency. These 8 countries all work together along with the ECCB to make sure that the EC currency remains strong. Additionally, they all have English as their main language. So we've learned 2 fun facts in a few seconds, literally, about the countries within the ECCU. One, that we use the same currency, which is the EC, or Eastern Caribbean dollar. And 2, that we all have English as our main language. Let's visit each country and learn about their capital cities. Leaders, what they make or grow, how many people live there, and what languages they speak. Ooh, that's a lot of information. Get your pens, get your pencils, get your paper and your notebook. Remember, we have a lot at stake. We're giving away 3 $75 gift cards this morning. Compliments the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, and the gift cards can be used at TDC, and so you can use them to get some school supplies or whatever you need as you prepare to get back to school. So ready? Let's go. Let's begin with our country. Do you know the name of our capital city, Janique?
Of course I do.
Of course you do. So let's hear what you have to say.
Bastir.
Bastir, because if we had to look at the country as a whole, we would say Bastir. Because we're on Nevis today, I know persons listening to us might be saying, but Bastir isn't the capital of Nevis. And so the island of Nevis has its own capital, which is?
Charlestown.
Charlestown. All right. And so the capital city of a country is the most important city in a country or island, where the leaders of the country work. It's like the country's headquarters. The capital city usually has the main government buildings. What else does it have? Main government buildings. It also has the office of the prime minister in most instances. They have your court and important places where big decisions are made. The capital cities of the ECCU countries are, and Janique, you're going to help me with this one because it's a lot, right? So we're going to alternate. I'll take the first one, you take the second one, and we'll alternate.
Yeah.
So the capital city of Anguilla, boys and girls, and you're going to get this question at some point during the school year, so you might want to write that down for that purpose as well. Anguilla, the Valley.
For Antigua and Barbuda, it's St. John's. The capital is St. John's.
Wonderful. The Commonwealth of Dominica, Roseau.
Grenada, St. George's.
Montserrat, Braids.
St. Christopher and Nevis, which is our country, Bastir.
St. Lucia, Castries.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Kingstown.
Perfect. Did you know, Janique, that there are 2 islands of the ECCU which are not independent countries?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know which two they are?
Anguilla and Montserrat.
Anguilla and Montserrat. Okay. And so one of the islands which is not an independent nation is Anguilla. So let's talk a bit about Anguilla. Boys and girls, Anguilla is tiny but mighty. It is beautiful. It's a beautiful island, and it's known for its white sandy beaches. Most people there speak English, and they earn most of their money from tourism and banking. Anguilla still belongs to Great Britain, and therefore is not independent. The leader of Anguilla is called the Premier, and her name is the Honorable Cora Richardson Hodge. Anguilla's population is 15,000 people. Have you ever been to Anguilla, Janique?
No.
I haven't either. So we have to put that on our list because it sounds amazing, and it's just about the same size as Nevis, and I've heard really good reviews about Anguilla, so I think we'll put that on our list of places to go to at some point.
I would love to travel to Anguilla.
Yes, me too. Right, we're speaking into the existence. At some point it will happen. But guess what? Today we got to travel virtually in our minds and with information to Anguilla. Can you name the other member? And we spoke about it, so we talked about Anguilla. So what's the other member of the ECCU which is not an independent nation?
Montserrat.
All right, boys and girls, so we are hopping over to Montserrat. And that is the other country which is not independent. Tiny Montserrat is still recovering from a volcano which erupted in 1995. Johnny, can you believe that I actually remembered when that happened?
Really?
Yeah, that makes me sound a bit old, but yeah, I remember. I was
You're not old. You're not
No,
old.
I'm not old, but 1995 sounds like a very long time ago. It was just yesterday, really. But I remember I was in school when it happened. And so we had to learn this in social studies, and we had to know the date, and we had to know a lot about Montserrat at that time and the eruption that was happening. But the people there, the persons in Montserrat, the Monstratans, they are strong and they are proud. Their leader is also called a premier, and his name is the Honorable Reuben Meade. All right, so we've looked at the two smallest countries in the ECCU. Janique, which of the ECCU countries do you think is the largest in the population, in terms of population?
St. Lucia?
St. Lucia! And so we're going over to the largest of the ECCU countries in terms of population. And St. Lucia has 183,000 people. Wow. Oh my goodness.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of people.
Even though it's just like a small country in the Caribbean, it's a lot.
That's a lot of people. Right. And it is famous for the pitons, which are the two volcanic mountains. In St. Lucia, you will hear English, but you'll also hear a French-based Creole called Creole. Their leader is the Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip J. Pierre. Like most of the Caribbean countries, St. Lucia attracts a lot of tourists, which is one way it earns its money. Janique, there's another ECCU country which also speaks English and Creole, like St. Lucia. Can you guess what it is?
I think Dominica.
Dominica! So, the people of the Commonwealth of Dominica, the largest of the ECCU countries in land size. So, St. Lucia, boys and girls, is largest in terms of population, but in terms of land size, the largest is the Commonwealth of Dominica. They also speak English, but they speak a Creole. Okay? The Commonwealth of Dominica is called the Nature Isle of the Caribbean, and for good reason. It has mountains, waterfalls, and 365 rivers and dense green forests. Their leader is Prime Minister, the Honorable Roosevelt Skerritt. And the population of Dominica, even though it's bigger than St. Lucia, the population is 72,000. Okay, so we're still traveling. We're getting back on our imaginary aircraft, boys and girls, because we have some more islands to explore. Janique, do you know which country is called the Spice Isle?
I think it's Grenada.
Grenada is known as the Spice Isle, and nutmeg, cinnamon, spices are grown there. The Prime Minister is the Honorable Dickon Mitchell, and the population of Grenada is about 112,000 people. The main source of the country's income are tourism and the export of those spices. So if you get your cinnamon and the nutmegs, for most part, a lot of those come from Grenada. Do you know what we mean when we say exports?
Yes.
Okay.
Like when you take something out of your country and give it away to another country or another person.
Perfect. So export usually involves financial gain, getting money. So you usually take whatever your country has a lot of.
Like trade?
Trade. Right. It's the one end of the trade. It's the selling to others, right? The other end of the trade, of course, would be purchasing.
So we get money, we give them, we get money, we give them, we get money. That's one of the things that help countries get money.
Exactly. And that's what they're doing. That's what Grenada is doing when it comes to those spices and the export of spices.
For the good of the country, you have to trade something.
For the good of the country, you just have to trade something, Janique, I hope. And especially when you have certain resources in abundance, that means, boys and girls, a lot of it, that you try to make sure that you don't have it and leave it there to spoil or to waste or to rot. I think that we should start trading mangoes. Because we have a lot of mangoes. Right.
Like,
tons.
When we drive around,
You see it all
they're
over.
abandoned mango
Yes.
trees. There's just a lot of mangoes.
So for the good of the country, we should look into that, right? All right. So they trade their spices, and each country, countries that have an abundance of something, they export. And so an export, boys and girls, we talked about it. We gave some good examples. An export is something that a country makes or grows and then sells them to people in other countries. And so, Janique, for the benefit of our boys and girls, can you spell the word export for us? Can you spell it twice?
E-X-P-O-R-T. E-X-P-O-R-T. Export.
Perfect. Now, we're going to look at the next ECCU country with a game of I Spy. I don't know if young children know I Spy.
I love it.
You love. Okay, perfect. So let's go. We're going to play a game of I Spy, boys and girls. I Spy an ECCU country which is made up of 2 main islands. The Prime Minister is the Honorable Gaston Brown, and the people boast that they live in a country that has 365 beaches, one for every day of the year. Can you guess which country that is?
Antigua.
Antigua Barbuda. Perfect. And so the country is Antigua and Barbuda, and it has a population of about 100,000 people.
Really?
Antigua and Barbuda also make a lot of its money from tourism. It is a beautiful country which attracts hundreds of thousands of cruise visitors and other visitors each year. Let's continue with the game of I Spy. I Spy another ECCU country which is also made up of 2 main islands. It is the smallest country in the Americas, and its leader is Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew. Which country do you think that one is, Janique?
St. Kitts Nevis. We're living in it.
We're living in it, right? And so that country is St. Christopher and Nevis, so St. Kitts and Nevis, which most people simply know as St. Kitts and Nevis. It has a population of about 55,000 people. It is blessed with beautiful mountain ranges and lovely beaches. Can you guess, Janique, what our last stop on our ECCU tour is going to be?
I think St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Just because we haven't stopped there yet, right? Yes. And so this country is made up of a main island and many little islands.
Really?
It has a population of about 110,000, and its leader is Prime Minister, the Honorable Ralph Gonsalves.
I'm learning about a lot.
You're learning, and I'm hoping our boys and girls are too. So when we think of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, it's not just one, we have 2 main islands. They have multiple small islands. So that's a little fun fact. St. Vincent and the Grenadines complete our tour of the ECCU. In total, about 28 islands and cays are part of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And some popular ones are Bequia, Mustique, and Canoan, which tourists love to visit to enjoy the beautiful beaches and scenery. How many of the 8 ECCU countries, islands, have you visited, Janique, so far? How many have you visited?
Wow. Let me see. None. The only one I visited is St. Kitts and Nevis.
And you live here? Okay, so we have some work to do then, right?
Yeah.
Let me see. How many have I visited? I've been to Antigua and Barbuda. Have I been to Grenada? I don't think so. Maybe. I've been to St. Lucia. So it looks like 2, right? For sure. I've landed in Dominica, like when you do your stops to get to, but I've never visited Dominica.
I've been to other Caribbean countries,
But
but
none of
I've
the
never
ECCU.
to the. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we have some work to do, Jenny. All right. And so we want to say to our boys and girls, great job, explorers. Today we visited the 8 amazing countries of the ECCU: Anguilla, Antigua and Barbuda, the Commonwealth of Dominica, Grenada, Montserrat, St. Christopher, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They may be small islands, but they work together to use the same money called the Eastern Caribbean dollar. They share culture, language and ideas, and just like a family, they help each other to grow. Let's take a quick break, Janique, and we'll be right back to see how much our boys and girls remember. Remember, we're going to give out 5 prizes. The first 3 will be $75 gift cards for at TDC to be used at TDC as part of your back-to-school package. We'll be right back.
From Queen City, Nevis, this is the powerhouse of the Eastern Caribbean, Vaughn Radio.
Connecting the children of our EC region with good information and excellent mentoring. They started us early and making it easy to manage our money and make a real living. They linking the children with excellent mentoring.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Of course, a special welcome back to our boys and girls. Let's see if our friends, Janique, remember what we learned today about the ECCU member countries. Okay, so call us, boys and girls, at 469-1616, 469-1700 for a chance to win some fun prizes and surprises. Now, we'll read all 5 questions. Janique will read all 5 questions 2 times. And then when you call in, you let us know which question you want to answer. Okay, remember we have special prizes for the first 3 callers. Janique, read the 5 questions for us, please.
First question 1. Which country is called the Spice Isles? I will repeat. Which country is called the Spice Isles? Question 2. Which language besides English is spoken in St. Lucia and the Commonwealth of Dominica? I will repeat. What language besides English is spoken in St. Lucia and the Commonwealth of Dominica? Question 3. Montserrat is the smallest ECU country in the population. True or false? I will read it again. Montserrat is the smallest ECU country in the population. Question 4. What is the capital of Antigua and Barbuda? What is the capital of Antigua and Barbuda? Question 5. Who is the Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis? A. Roosevelt Skerritt, B. Dickon Mitchell, C. Gaston Brown, or D. Dr. Terence Drew? Who is the Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis? A. Roosevelt Skerritt, B. Dickon Mitchell, C. Gaston Brown, or D. Dr. Terence Drew?
All right, perfect. So we have 5 questions on the table. Numbers to call: 469-1616, 469-1700. Boys and girls, give us a call. Remember what's at stake: $75 gift card for TDC. And of course, we know that in a few minutes our friend Oliver will be flying in, so we want to make sure we get our callers in.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Which question would you like to answer?
Question 2, please.
Okay.
Okay. So, what language is spoken in English? Which language besides English is spoken in St. Lucia and the Commonwealth of Dominica?
It is Creole.
Correct.
Okay, what's your name?
Malika Dalton.
Okay. Congratulations, Malika. All right. So we have 2.
Thank you.
Yes, enjoy the rest of your summer. until we speak
Have a
again.
good day.
And have a good day. All right.
Okay, I will.
Great. Great job, Malika. Malika is the first to win a $75 gift card, compliments the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, and it's a gift card for TDC. Do we have another caller? Okay. Boys and girls, we have an opportunity, parents, to get some supplies from TDC, compliments the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank.
$75 gift cards.
Yes, $75 gift cards. Let's hear from you. 469-1616, 469-1700. We'd love to hear from you. Give us a call. And Janique, we had a great time today, traveling from island to island, learning about the different islands and information about the islands in the ECCU. We have another caller. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes,
Is this a child?
adult.
Okay, we can only take calls from children for this segment. It's the ECCB Children's Connection Program.
Okay then. Sorry
Okay.
about that. I didn't know
That's
that
okay.
it was going to be. I thought it would be an adult.
No, that's
You are
okay.
the adult.
No, that's okay. Thank you.
After the thank you.
Okay, parents, let's see if we can get our boys and girls to call in. Good morning. Good morning. Can you turn the volume down?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
Which
morning.
question would you like to answer?
Yeah?
Number 1,
Okay.
Okay. What's your name?
Jerome.
All right. Jerome, which country is called the Spice Isle?
Grenada.
Congratulations. You
Correct.
just won a $75 gift card. And you can go shopping and get your school supplies from TDC, okay? Congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right. All right. So we need one more caller for the $75 gift card, and we only have 30 seconds left because I hear some flapping of wings, which means Oliver is coming. Oliver is coming with our value lesson for today. 469-1616, 469-1700. Boys and girls, can you answer any of the 3 remaining questions for a chance to win a $75 gift card that you can use towards your school supplies at TDC?
Question-
Questions
Question
3.
3, question 4, and question 5.
Mhm. Let's go. Oh my.
Oliver.
Oliver's coming. All right, so we're going to have to switch over. We're losing out today, boys and girls.
Sure.
All right, are you ready to hear from our wise old friend Oliver? I believe that he has a very important word to share with us today. So let's listen.
Hola, boys and girls. Welcome back to Oliver's Treehouse. It's time for another wise word for today, and today's word is determination. What does it mean to not give up, even when things go wrong and you feel like quitting? Determination. What does it mean to keep trying and trying, even though you failed a couple of times? Determination. Yes, determination is showing a strong will to achieve something even when it's hard. It's about trying your best even when you are facing challenges. So, do I have some boys and girls out there who will show some determination for the goals that you have? My name is Oliver, and I say to you, be determined. Now, back to your host.
All right, Jenny, can you give us your own definition or what you describe determination?
Well, determination is like when, for me, determination when you try and doing something and over, and you don't give up, you push to the end, and you have a goal set in your mind, and you do what you just do the goal, try to finish that, push forward, go through.
Exactly. And boys and girls, we encourage you to be determined. We are just about at the end of the show. So I have to say thank you, friends, for showing determination. For those of you who have done so over the years, we look forward to seeing you pushing through and, like Janique said, never giving up. But we've come to the end of the ECCB Children's Connection program, and we're so happy that you joined us today. Until we meet again, I'm your host, Zahnela Claxton.
And I am your co-host, Jenny Williams.
And let's talk again soon, boys and girls. But until then, be determined and
Stay
stay connected.